Hey guys, I'm back with another sketchbook tour after some time has passed. I know I had a whole video about how it took me 3 years to complete a sketchbook and how I was like, man, my stupid baka life. And then I did the next sketchbook in like 3 months and I'm like, never again will it take me this long to do a sketchbook, and then it did. But it was for different reasons this time. That time was because I was severely art blocked and burnt out. But this time is because I started doing conventions and I had to make an entire everything. So I had to draw all of that. So I was still drawing, just not on paper. Like I got most of it done and then there was like 8 pages left, and then I started doing conventions and then there was 8 pages left for like 2 years. And then this year I decided to do Inktober, Drawtober, whatever, and be like, I want a new sketchbook, mostly because I wanted to put new stickers on it. So we did it and I finished it. So now we get to look through it, yay. There's a lot of stickers. I'm not gonna tell you where they're from because there's a lot. If you want to know a specific one, ask. Maybe I can tell you. Maybe I can't. I've had it for a long time. I don't really remember everything. So let's get into it, shall we? Oh, this is a Strathmore Series 5 mixed media sketchbook. Ready? Let's get into it. I always just stick stuff here. Sometimes it's like a post I like. Sometimes it's a sticker I got from buying something. Sometimes it's a business card. Like this is oomph. Stuff I bought. You can take a look at the stuff here. So my first page is always a self-portrait. Oh, I always forget to say this until I start the video. So my first page, like the first physical page, is the last page that I do. It starts in the middle and then simultaneously I'm filling out both sides. But the first page is the last page. Okay. Anyway. So the last page is always a self-portrait. I do the self-portrait of how I look at the end of the book, and then I always put my favorite stuff on it. So in my last one, it was me and then all my little guys. So my little guys this time, I put yoongi. You'll see as we go through it, I was having a little bit of a yoongi moment. Recently this year, or the past year and a half really, it's been Sungjin and Wonpil Day 6. So I put them there also. And then I also have a Namgi sticker from a Patreon I'm subscribed to. I didn't draw this, I just stuck it in there. And then I also put this tweet because it's truly an experience. So that's my first page. I did this with watercolor. I did a little Posca and a little bit of color pencil. Yep. This is just a little scrap paper. I keep it in my sketchbook all the time so I can test stuff or rest my sweaty hand on it. I just keep it in there. I guess I can take it out now. These were some Drawtober spreads. I said I was having a Day 6 moment. I meant it. Anyone like Day 6? Anyone know Day 6? Sound off in the comments if you know Day 6. Or if you like them, who's your favorite? I like Sungjin and Wonpil. There's something wrong with me. So these were Drawtobers. I make the same joke every time I do any drawing challenge. When it's Day 6, I draw Day 6. And then I think this was Day 8. But this one I just drew Wonpil because I think he's like the cutest thing ever. He's so adorable. Here I drew it. I'm like, I don't like it. So I drew it again. And then I like that one. There's like this meme on Korean My Day Twitter because they always do this pose with Younghae in the front. And it always looks like the stray cat I've been feeding brought his friends again. And it made me laugh so hard that I drew one of them for one of their product photo shoots. So with these, I did Crayola Super Tips. And I used a Pentel brush pen on this one. I think I have it here. Yeah, Pentel pocket brush. And then for this one, I didn't have a Pentel pocket brush, so I used, I think it was a Staedtler Tri-Plus. It was either that or a Micron in Burnt Sienna, but I can't remember which one it was. I think Wonpil is so cute. Like his natural aegyo is fucking crazy. This kills me. The fact that he does binkies like a real rabbit and he's just like that. Are you kidding me? I really like this even of day sketch. I think it's my favorite on the page. It's Sungjin. Oh, Sungjin. Oh. Next page. This is the Junghan birthday spread. You can see how long it took me to do the spread because this is my 1 year Junghan painting and then this was the next year and they're next to each other. So this was from 2024 and then this is 2025 and I'm not gonna have any more stupid Junghanless birthdays in my stupid Junghanless life anymore because we'll be back by the next one. So these are just watercolor and colored pencil. I might have used some Posca for like the little white. This was day 3 of Drawtober. I really like how this one came out. I didn't like it too much right after I finished it. But it's because all my Drawtobers I did in one sitting. So if you do anything in one sitting, you're gonna be like, meh. And then this is the 2024 one. It's all right. Like the rendering is fine. It's just he's weirdly huge in like the wrong, like what's all it. I don't know. The anatomy is just weird. But the rendering I'm fine with. It's funny because this ended up being like the daytime version and this is the nighttime version. And in this one, he's blonde. And in this one, has black hair. This is a sketch page. So this was like the last time I used my sketchbook before I came back. Because this is all my convention prep stuff. So I was planning out like sticker sheets and prints. This was the sketch for the Junghan that was just here. I have some swatches for the RTX acrylic markers. And then I have a Sungjin. This was like, no, this was in the middle of it. The check pattern, I like that song. I listen to that song a lot of times. I like the song track pattern. And then this was me sketching out some fake Gaviner's merch for Clavier from Ace Attorney and his little band. I was like, I want Gaviner's merch. I wish they were real. So I started making like a little merch collection that I haven't made yet, but I'll get there eventually. Oh, Sungjin's so cute. And then this was for a market I was doing with Art Locker. We love Art Locker. You live in New York, come to Art Locker events, please. For one of the markets I was at, they had artist trading cards. So I drew out mine, and then my ability was psychosis contagion. So this was me projecting all my psychoses onto everyone around me. My main pencil that I use, my main pencil is the Pilot Color Eno in red. I do about 99% of all my drawing with this just because I like the pencil. The marker is just, again, Crayola Super Tips. This little spread, it's Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I love him, he's my little baby. You know, I love my blue guys with autism. They're my favorite kinds of guys because they're just like me. For this, Crayola Super Tips again, and then I did the Pentel sign pen, and then obviously some washi tape. With this one, I had all of BTS here because I was testing out the sizes while I was making these stickers, and I'm like, I don't want to waste them, so I stuck them in here. But then I drew Jotaro, and I'm like, well, they're just, don't mind them. Something you'll see me do is I keep doing typography even though I'm not that good at it. But I'm like, maybe if I keep doing it, I'll get better. Unfortunately, it does not seem to be the case, but it's okay. I love Jotaro. He's so cutie pie. And I also put splat. I'm really like the fan theory. Star Platinum is actually like Jonathan reincarnated. He's so cute. And I put lots of fish because he's a little fish boy. And also I just wanted to fill the space. I really like, you'll probably notice, I like when the pages are full because this is not a cheap sketchbook. So I'm like, I gotta use all this paper in here. So I like when the pages are full. I promise you, this is like a year, 2 years before this one. This was, how can I date this? What was the last comeback? This was like Dream Bus era. And then this was, well, it says it right there. This was Meltdown era. But it was like right when Meltdown came out. This was Welcome to the Show era, right? And then I came, and then I did this during Meltdown era. Anyway, nobody cares. This is, I like Sungjin. These are like my first attempts at drawing him for real, so they don't look as good as when I draw him now, except for this one. This one I slayed. The feelings are still the same, but the drawing has improved. I like him. I like him a lot. He's so special at dancing. That's all I'm gonna say. This is me when Idol is a little teddy bear, because little teddy bear, one of my favorite kinds of idols. So I put Taehyung, and then Sungkwan, and then Sungjin. And me. I really like how his side profile came out on this one. I just like his side profile. I just like Sungjin. We're gonna keep going. This was more merch planning. You can see I have the final merch here. I started drawing My Little Ponies, and then I was like, this is looking bad. Here, you can see this Fluttershy. It's so ugly. Oh! And then I drew it again, and I'm like, this is better. But I like this more as like if it was gonna be a bigger sticker, but I wanted them to be kind of small. And then at this size, I chibified them even more, and I think they came out better. This was from, I had a tattoo appointment, and then I accidentally missed it, and I felt so bad, so I drew my tattoo artist cat as a sticker and brought it to them to be like, I'm sorry. And then this is BTS Hip Hop Monsters. Before they had BT21, real ones know, they had Hip Hop Monsters, so I made them into a washi tape, like the song Danger, like, you're in danger. Shout out to when K-pop title tracks used to be 4 minutes long. Mafu from Project Sekai. I don't know nothing about Project Sekai, but my friend really likes Mafu, so I drew her for them. And then Maya Fei, because we love Maya Fei. She's just fun to draw. I like to draw her. Oh, and this is a bongbongi sticker I do. I sell it for $4, but then when people buy it, I donate all the money to Care for Gaza. So it's like a little fundraiser sticker, which I have in my Etsy if you'd like to, or you can just donate $4 yourself. Oh, and this is, I made me branded washi tape for my Etsy store to seal all the envelopes. And there's your close up. And then this page is all colored pencil and then some watercolor. So the Maya has watercolor, and then the rest is color pencil, and then just, again, Crayola markers. I use the Crayolas a lot, I like them. So this is how I keep things from getting smudged. I take a little piece of tracing paper. I like the Canson brand because it's the most transparent, but it does not matter. I just take tracing paper, and then I do washi tape on the edges so it doesn't get scrinkled, and then I just tape it to the top. Like a little flap. I kept this one because I put a sticker on it, another sticker I have in my Etsy, but I took the rest of them out. But I just kept this one because of the sticker. But this was, when all of half of them enlisted at the same time, so it's all of Magne Line. And then we got the first yoongi update since he went in at that time. Yeah, but I was really going through it. I was like, oh my god, they shaved my Jimin, they separated my V-min, they took 4 of them at the same time. But then we have Slay 1 and Slay 2. Yeah, this was 6 months until Jin got out. But I love drawing chibi BTS members because they're all such, like their senses of self are so, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like they're so established at this point that you can really break them down to like 4 characteristics and it's them. Jungkook, very fun to draw. Also, I do have a problem. You haven't seen a lot of Yoongis in here. I think this might be the first one. Every time I draw Yoongi, I have to give him cat ears. I have a medical condition where if he has no cat ears, something looks wrong. Even when I saw him in concert, I was like, where's his cat ears at? Anyway, I'm normal. This was me coping. Right as BTS enlisted, I jumped on hiatus here. This tweet really sums it up perfectly. Mr. Nerve Damage, and then Mr. Torn ACL, and then Mr. Devastated. And with these, they're just watercolor and colored pencil. And then these are like printed out stuff, just printed out, taped in. And then the text is Posca marker with more colored pencil. Here's another sketch page. This was for, I think, a 2023. My like Fujo network was doing Secret Santa. So this was me sketching for the Secret Santa. The ask was a stick bug or bunny and puppy. And when he said bunny and puppy, I was like, I know you mean DK and Junghan. So I did a DK and Junghan puppy. And then I also painted a stick bug. I don't have the actual sketch here, but this was me just thinking, how do I draw bunny and puppy? So I was doing like different, and then I was doing the stick bug with the puppy, and I'm like, perhaps I should have them separate. I did try and think of like different kinds of bugs, because I'm like, well, how do I draw Junghan as a bug? And I'm like, orchid mantis, but I'm like, no, I'll just do a regular like phasmid bug. So the painting looked more like this. And then this was my sketch for the sticker, and then the final sticker I did. And then this was me doing bunny. I was really trying to make this one work, but it just was not happening, so I went with that instead. Oh, I think it's Prismacolor Very Thins. And then this is a neon pink Holbein colored pencil. See, I don't finish every page. Some of the pages are unfinished. Here is JK during 7 era. He is so cheap high. This is when he was toying with the idea of being non-binary for a few months, and then was like, no, actually I'm cool. And then here's a little 3D JK when he was performing in Times Square. And then him from Suchuta, I think. I don't know why else they would have a selfie like that. I like how the rendering on the jacket came out. Again, this 99% of the time is watercolor and then color pencil on top. So that's that. And then this is Chanmina from the B-Class music video, because I love the outfit. But then I started drawing it and I gave up on rendering. So like I did this one and I finished this one. No, I didn't finish it. I didn't finish the hand. So I did this one, mostly finished it. I didn't even do the whole feather. And then I started this one, and then I didn't even get to rendering this one. But I think this one looks better, because like this one's just half rendered. But this one, like with just the wash, I think it looks okay. And then I have some random deco stickers, and then I just had some neon construction paper that I cut out and taped in, because it matched the neon green in her hair. We got Bert and Ernie. I'm so mad that I have this off-centered, because if I just put it in the middle, it would be perfect, but I did it like this because there's something wrong with me in my head. My failed typography. But Baby Muppets are so freaking adorable. So, Bert and Ernie, and then a little butterfly. I really love how these legs, both of their legs came out so good. The faces are okay, but I really like how the bodies and hands came out. And then this is I went with my friend Fran to go see JK at Global Citizen, because they were free tickets if you queued up and got them, and I went and I got them. But that day it was, this is my actual ticket that I had, and you can see how it looks. So it was raining a little bit when we went, and we got there early so we could line up, and we were in line for like 11 hours, and it wasn't like downpour, but it was a steady downfall of rain the entire time. And we were joking like to keep morale up in the line. We're like, guys, he's gonna do blanket kick. But like at the maybe 8 or 9 hour mark, we were both like completely nonverbal, not having a good time, because the rain had soaked through. Like I had 5 layers on. I had the waterproof poncho, then I had a rain jacket, then I had a hoodie, then I had a t-shirt, then I had a tank top, and it soaked all the way through all of that, and we were just miserable. So it's me and Fran. But then he brought out Lotto, and I'm pretty sure that's like the only time he performed it with Lotto, so that was cool. And little JK, he's so cute. Yeah, and then I said, stop being fucking wet, never again. Except maybe if Jimin is there also. Because again, this costs $0. And then there's JK, because he's so kawaii. He's so cute. And then this, him not understanding us barking. It felt surreal. We were barking at a grown man in the rain. And then this is me and Fran. It was like a hate post someone made against, was it a hate post? I don't know if it was a hate post, if it was just someone gay that likes yoongi. But they were like, limp on my wrist, I'm the gay guy. Instead of ice on my wrist, I'm the nice guy. In Dynamite. So now I can't listen to the song without doing that. And when he performed Dynamite, we did that. I really like how I drew the hand there. I kind of slayed. Again, colored pencil and then watercolor. And real water from the festival. This page, I didn't draw any of this. This is from my friends. So when I see my friends, I'm like, get in here. I got an asogi, a pinkie pie. This was all of us. You know the K-pop hype they do in the soup. So we did our own in the soup. So this was, a lot of these I drew while we were in the soup. Or we did in the stew, but this is us. That one's me. And I got Frog Yuri, and then Namgi. I don't know. I think this is like the ancient Chinese gaze, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. And then Junghan as Coops. And then Capture Me, Goyoungpa, his original character. I believe this is June 17th. Or it's either June 17th or my friend June drew it. Maybe it's both. Chimmy. This is the friend that likes Mafu, and then she's holding an Augustine. Oh, what are they called? Ushiwa. I think this is an OnStars guy. I forget his name. The water one, the wet one. There's a Whoopa. I think this is just an OC. This is AT-san, Niku, and then a dragon. And then my friend said, this is what I look like. Because in the soup, or our in the stew, it was right after Yoongi enlisted. And they're like, every time you look at your phone and look at Yoongi, you look like the most miserable person I've ever seen. So they drew me looking at Yoongi on my phone. In the soup, I was really having a moment. I'm not gonna do a sketchbook tour, but I was literally, I made a whole sketchbook and I drew Yoongi every day for a long time. It was like really, like I was having a moment. Cause I just really, I like Yoongi. I didn't finish all of them, but I was really, yeah. Anyway, that's not about that. It's not about that. Next page. This is my page of posts. I always have a page of posts that are really funny and make me laugh. And then there's some various sketches. This was the freebie I gave out at Global Citizen. This is one of my most popular designs, sticker designs. This, me and my friends, we went up to get, in the Philippines, we got tattooed by Apo Wang-od, I think that's her name. The old lady that does the tap-tap. The tattoo was fine, it was just the trip was harrowing. So I made us a little commemorative sticker. This was an old freebie from my shop. And then this is from the Patreon I'm subscribed to again. And then the rest is just posts. You can look at them if you want to. The other posts I think are funny, the posts that represent me. Oh, and this was also a freebie in my shop. I just sell it as a sticker now though, if you want it. It's Junghan, likely. Oh, and for this, I have the sketch underneath. Some sketches, not all of them, but. Here was JK again. There's a lot of Bangtan in here, because I was, of course I'm always ARMY, but I was really ARMY pilled, because it was that period when Jin and Hobie were enlisted, but the rest of them were all doing solo stuff, and I was really in it. This was non-binary Jungkook from the Calvin Klein campaign, and I was just obsessed with that bob, so I kept drawing him with the bob. This one I don't really like that much, but the rest are okay. I don't really like the face on this either. This is a Crayola Super Tips, and then I did the line art with a colored pencil. So there's that. I put this. I stuck this here because I just had a weird empty space and I didn't know what to put. And then I put a laundry sticker because he likes when laundry smell. I love this one. It came out so cute. And then I drew him with different hairstyles that I think he should try. And then I think he should get a tongue piercing. Honestly, he could. He might. Yeah, but I just put him in 2 different outfits. It says this is boy mode and this is bug mode because you know he loves his oversized. And then I put him in different, I always say this, but I'm like, do people understand what I mean? Where it's like, I know that there's Jungkook in real life, but then there's the Jungkook that's in my head, you know? It's like, there's Jungkook in real life, then there's the Jungkook in my head, and then there's the Jungkook when people talk about Jungkook in a situation. And then this is the Jungkook, when people talk about Jungkook in a situation, this is what he looks like in my head, which is different than the Jungkook in my head. Anyway, that's those. So I put him in outfits, because he was in his small shirt, big pants era. Or small shirt, big pant, you know, whatever. Next page. This was my first page, as you can see by first page. Really, Yoongi, I like him. So this was after the D-Day finale concert, and I was like, yay! And then he was like, I'm enlisting the next day, which is still the craziest move. Like, why they all do that, I don't know. But here's him with all his little guys that perform. So it was him and JK, and then him and Namjoon. And then him and Jimin. I love drawing Jimin. And then there's Hobie and Jin because they were at the concert. No Taehyung because well, if there was a picture of him, I would have drawn him, okay? And then Yoongi, cute Yoongi. And then this was him doing the tattoo reveal, but on the V Live. He was showing on the V Live. And then him on the V Live again. I love his face. Here you can read the post there. And then I was like, please, because I realized I had been in army. I started studying the year they debuted, so I was 13, and I was at the time 23. It's a long time I've been in army, and I was like, wait, I've never been without my yoongi. Anyway, I'm fine. I'm over it now. This was really, that sums it up pretty well. And then there's him going through the door, and then I had some empty spaces, so I put some random stickers. There's the Taehyung. Does that count? I don't know. And then I wrote that because you gotta laugh a little, right? Yeah. But there's my yoongi, and then this is again colored pencil and watercolor, and then this bright blue and this yellow is Posca pen. This is more just sketching page. This I was sketching for my best friend. They had a book they wrote in 2nd grade, and it was just different types of bears. So for their birthday that year, I had redrawn it, but I had to practice drawing bears. So I did the types of bears. I think I just did like a regular bear, then there was a polar bear, and I practiced polar bear cubs because that was one of the pages, and then I did a spectacle bear. Oh, and then this is like the food bears eat, so there's like a seal and a salmon, and there's bamboo. Here's a Jungwon, and then Jungwon from an old sticker sheet I had, and then Toram. Toram was like, in the time from this sketchbook starting, they came out with mini teen. So this was when it was just Toram. There wasn't mini teen. It was just this guy. Then I have a 96 line Mouse Busters. This was the sketch, and then that's the sticker I made. I bought some sweatpants, so I put the tag in, and then I just put in some stickers from one of my Sunkwon sticker sheets. This was before Namjoon came out with Replace Wrong Person, and everyone was like, bro, he's going through the most insane queer breakup of his life with his shaved head and his blue hair and his Frank Ocean, but they said he looked like a Sylvanian family, so I drew him as the most Sylvanian family. And this is just a watercolor swatch, because I got a new color. Yay! Gotta have Ace Attorney in my sketchbook, because you know I love Ace Attorney. So I drew Miles and Phoenix and Trucy. Phoenix, one day I'll be able to draw him and be happy with it, but to all my underdogs in the world, it's not today. And this tape I got with Naramitsu zine that I bought. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the Trucy. The Miles is okay, and the Phoenix, whatever. And then here I drew Taehyung in one of the 85 photo shoots that he does a week. But this one he had a leopard gecko, and I thought it was so cute, so I did a leopard gecko. And this pose was crazy, because I'm like, why he look like he's a body pillow? So I drew a little body pillow of it. He has such a face, doesn't he? I love the chibi. So this is colored pencil and watercolor. And then this one, I think this is the only time I actually use graphite in the book. But I don't like graphite because it smears so much. But it's fine. My pages don't really smear too badly because I feel my sketchbook pages that well, and I know like people are like, you don't have to be precious about a sketchbook, but I am, and I like that, and it's fun, but I'm neurotic, so I spray every single page with sealant when I'm done with it, and it still does smudge a little bit, which is why I also put the protective pages in between, and you don't have to do that in your sketchbook, but I like to do it in mine. Remember I said I was having a Namgi moment. This one, I was drawing the ones that are, not the ones that are in my head, but the ones that are in my head when people got them in a situation. Right, because we all understood what I meant the first time, right? Of course. And then I had an empty space, and I'm like, I can't keep drawing just humans, so I put a little tangerine tree, because he's a plant guy, he's a tangerine guy, right? Makes sense, of course. So this is the ones in like my default situations. So he has the black hair. The kitty ears, it doesn't, again, I told you, like, it doesn't mean that he is a cat, he just always has them to me, because he is a cat, but like, it's not important to the situation, you know? Like, it's not like he's a hybrid every time, like, he just has cat ears, and it's just like, whatever. So I put the little Sylvanian family mole, and I do like little chibi versions, and I'm like, yeah, you're right, they are so matcha latte and espresso shot. And I put his like gay little tote bag and all the stuff that's in there. And a little cat. And ice Americano. Yeah. And I put him in his I don't know about sneakers. These Air Forces, I don't know. I just looked up basketball shoes. And then socks and sandals, because spiritually that's where he's at. And then their favorite thing to say, it's more years now. And then I found a little black cat sticker. And then can you believe I found a blue koala sticker that wasn't Koya? And then him in his basketball shorts, really small. And then I drew the cat holding a mole as like the inverse of the, yeah. I really like this page. I really like how I did the plant. It's like, funnily enough, the plant is my favorite. This hand right here and the tangerine plant are my favorite parts of the page. Demon page, this is from the layover mini concert show, whatever showcase he did. I like Feeman a normal amount. I have a little Yuntan, Rip Yuntan, you're such a cute dog. And then them doing their little hug. Oh, there we go. And then their pinkies. Like, is that not crazy? Whatever. And then this is from the Patreon I'm subscribed to again. And then, well, you can just read the tweet. And then I wanted to do a full body, but then of course I messed up my proportions and got the feet cut off, even though I had plenty of room on top. I really like drawing Jimin. He's so fun to draw. And then there's them and they're matching Yuntan t-shirts. And they're testicle buddies. Again, colored pencil and watercolor. Same with this page, colored pencil, watercolor. I'm just gonna keep saying it. I really like this page. I really like how I did the rendering on the hair. I do something whenever I color black hair and like I fully render it out. I always like pick a color and drop it in there depending on who I'm drawing. And I also have two like black colors. So I have like actual black and then I have Payne's gray. So for Jimin I did Payne's gray and then I dropped purple in it. And then for Taehyung I just did regular black and then I dropped brown in it. So it's like they're different, like, ooh. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna turn the page. Cool. This is from when we did our version of In the Soup, In the Stew. So that's us. So one of the selfies we did. And then I just picked some pictures that were in my camera roll. So there were horses across from our Airbnb. So I drew the horses because I took like 0.5 pictures of them. And then just drawing to my friends. This was the other thing. Me and Georgie, we kept being like, she blank on my blank till I blank. And we were eating peanut sauce. And that was the only actually good one we did. She peeled my nuts till I sauce. Every other time we did it, people were like, shut the fuck up, please. But we couldn't stop. You know how it is. And then at one point we did PowerPoint presentations and Snotty did one about how good gelatoni is. So I did a little gelatoni. And there's Snotty in one of those like rotating chairs. And then it was my Tia's birthday. And we were close by, so we went and celebrated her birthday, belated. And it's my Tia's dog. And this is our selfie. And then our like group chat is SPC because we're self-producing carrots because we're all carrots that draw. So that's us. And there's me. And there's everyone. And then there's a little Sunu 17. And then one day we went to the Exploratorium and I just put the ticket in there because I didn't know what to do with it. You're getting the yoongi vibes. You see, I have anyway, this was a yoongi spread because I think he's cat. He's like one of the most cat idols ever. Fun backstory for this page, I went and I posed. So I did all these poses and then drew them. And I hurt my knees so fucking bad because I had to keep taking the pictures. It was hard, but yeah. Low-key slayed the rendering on these clothes here. He's in cute socks because I was wearing cute socks and I'm like, I already took the picture. I'm not gonna take separate feet pictures. So yeah. There's something happens if an idol has hair, like this hair, something happens to me in my head. There's already things wrong with me in my head, but that hair really doesn't help. And the shirt's like that because again, that's just what I look like because I was trying to see like my body line, but then I was like, oh, the fabric folds look really interesting. So I did that. And he's cat. I put the long nails on because he's cat also. That's literally it. Then I drew some black kitties because to me he's a black kitty. And then you can read the post. I just felt like it fit here. It fit on this page pretty well. Getting this picture, this pose, oh my god, I was gonna die. It hurt so bad. I didn't fully finish this page. You can see like the further it goes this way, the less I rendered it out, but it's just a sketchbook, so it's okay. I really like how the hands came out. All of the hands came out pretty good, actually. Meow. This is the only one with glasses. I wear glasses, obviously, as you've seen from the drawings of me. And I just felt like it was cute. And then in the back, I put like cat toys and yarn because he's a cat and I didn't know how to fill the space. Again, this is watercolor and colored pencil, just like every other page. And then the text is Posca marker. And then the stars are just some random stickers I had. I don't really like this page. I'd say this is my least favorite spread in the sketchbook. It's Namgi. So he's a kitty cat. Kitty cat, meow. And then here I drew Funk Night Line. You can see how long ago I drew it because JK is 27. Like this page, it's just fine. Like I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. It's just okay. And then this is from the Patreon I'm subscribed to again. I didn't draw that, but obviously I drew the rest. Here, this one, like, I love how the Teika came out, but the Jimin's, like, I didn't quite get it. And then this one, I love how the Veman came out, but then the JK is, like, not quite there. Yeah, it's fine. Watercolor, color pencil. I just have to say it. Forgive me. This is another, like, actual sketch page. It was Christmas, so I was drawing all my friends' pets as stickers. I put another of my tattoo artist cat, but then I was sketching out their pets. And this was just, I think this was the Pilot color, you know, in blue, and then the pink is just a neon pink Prismacolor pencil. And then this is Jin, obviously. This was his birthday picture, and I just thought his birthday picture was really cute, so I drew it. And then I put him as a hamster, because that's his, he's hamster. And then I put some tuna fish, because, you know, tuna. Fish are really fun to draw. If you ever get the chance to, like, draw and render out a fish, I recommend it. Super fun. And you know what I'm gonna say. Watercolor and color pencil. Surprisingly not ink. This is just black watercolor and color pencil. And then, yeah, I didn't use anything else on the page. Sometimes there's Posca, not this time. I draw other stuff too, see? It's not just K-pop. Here I just drew some gay people because I like gay people. This one I just found a random reference image, and then this one is from a Pride Parade, I believe. I just put I love you so much, gay people. And then I put the original gay flag with the sex and magic stripes as well. And I always do this where I, like, it just gets cut off right at the bottom. I really slayed the fuck out of these shoes, roller skates, whatever, but like, ooh, I just need a little more, just a little more. But this one I actually fit it on the full page. I just needed to draw it smaller. And then this is one of the best tweets of all time. And these sheep was me trying out the RTX acrylic markers for the first time. And I was like, I don't know, because the background, it was coming out good, but the sheep, I do not like they I didn't like how they came out. Like, they look fine, but you know, people who draw know, or like, it looks okay, but it's not how I wanted it, so I don't like it, you know? But like objectively, it's okay. Yeah, so this is just the Pentel brush sign pen. What, sign pen? Why did I say it like that? Yeah, the Pentel brush sign pen. And then this I colored, excuse me, this I colored with the Pilot color Eno in blue. And then this I just used like a random, very thin, probably in Parma Violet, I think, is the light color. Yeah, and then this is the acrylic markers. I lied. This is actually my least favorite spread in the book, not the other one. A little One Piece one. So I drew Luffy, obviously, and I drew Nami and Robin, and then Sanji and Chopper, and the Romance Dawn trio. I really like how the Romance Dawn trio came out. I hate this. Hate this. The monkey is okay. The Luffy is bad. The Robin is great. The Nami just wasn't quite... Like, the Nami looked fine, but the outfit, I was like, what am I doing? And then I didn't figure out the outfit, and then I started painting it, and I'm like, wait, I still didn't figure the outfit out, so I just gave up. I really like how the Robin came out. And then the Sanji and Chopper came out cute too. So this is all, I'm gonna say it with me, watercolor and color pencil. And then the letters are Posca, and then the background of this is Posca as well. But the rest is watercolor. Monkey. I really like how Robin's face came out. You can tell because I fully rendered it and then I stopped. It says I'm missing her cowboy drip, which is so true. Yeah, you can see I gave up because I'm like, well, I'm not even gonna finish it anyway. Oh, and then there's these two in sunglasses. I like how that one came out. And then this tape I got from the One Piece Feast zine. More yoongi. Anyone counting yoongis? How many yoongis do we have in here? There's a lot. And then Jimin's here too. This is like the Jimin page, and then this is the yoongi page. So this was like right after they enlisted. And I was like, come back, Jimin. Who's gonna tell me not to catch cold? Yeah, and then this is him going like, wee wee, like a picture of Yoongi. And I'm like, I do this. And Jimin is so non-binary T sometimes, so I drew him as non-binary T, which is what the white stripe in the trans flag is. So that's why I pointed to that one. And then I put it as a calico cat, because he's a calico cat. But then I also drew Chicks, because he's Chick. But then I also drew Chimmy, because I love Chimmy. And then this is Yoongi, of course. So I put a black cat named Sugar because he's a black cat, and then a white cat named Sugar because he said he would like to get a white cat and name it Sugar, and I was like, ugh! And then this is based off a screenshot from in the Soam game where he sees a cat and he's like, you must be a genius cat just like me, and I'm like, yeah, he is a genius cat. And this is a picture of him fishing and holding up the fish, and he's a happy cat. And I'm like, yeah, you would be happy that you caught fish, you cat. And then I just did a little cat Jimin and Yoongi down here. Of course, watercolor, color pencil, and then this is washi tape. And then there's various deco stickers in some places. This was another actual sketch page and not a finished drawings page, because people always get pedantic about that. So here, of course, yoongi. This is mostly the sketches, of course, in Pilot coloring, you know, and then it's mostly, again, in the Pentel brush pen. I love these things. They are not waterproof, but that's okay. This was a sketch I did of Luffy holding a beetle sticker, and then this was the final sticker. It looks so different, but the concept was there. And then I put a little JK, and then me after 6 months, no yoongi, real. Oh, and then I put Taegi is equivalent to Namkook, is equivalent to J-Hope. You understand what I'm saying? Like, do you get it? And then, like, the same would be, like, Jungkook is the same as Vmon is the same as... and this was a sketch for a little yoongi Haekum sticker, and then this is the sticker. And then this was the sketch for a Taehyung Love Me Again sticker, and then there's the sticker. And a sketch for stickers that never happened. It's Jimin and Taehyung in crepes. And then this is from that one live that Jimin did where Jungkook came in. He was like, hey, and Jimin's like, hi, hong hong. And he was like, oh, okay. Yeah. This one, I don't like how the yoongi came out, but there's enough in here to make up for it. The Jin came out super cute though. And there's the Tae. And then this is another fundraiser sticker I have in my Etsy. It's a little Busongkwan. Here's more sketching, having fun. So this, I'll do this page first and then we'll get over here. It's just Jimin and Yoongi and Taehyung. And Chibi Shrimp, oh my god, they released like the summer BT21 designs and I was fucking obsessed with Chibi Shrimp. People are like, he's supposed to be a clownfish, and I'm like, then why isn't he horizontal? He's a shrimp to me. I was so, look, I even made it a sticker. I made it a sticker sheet as well, but I'm so obsessed with Jimmy Shrimp, and nobody else gave a fuck. And I'm like, you guys aren't understanding Jimmy Shrimp. And these were just like, when you like K-pop, you just have random pictures of them saved. So I'm like, let me draw some random pictures so I can clear my camera roll. So I got to clear 3 pictures out of my camera roll. Good job. But it's more than 0. And this is watercolor and colored pencil and Posca marker. And then the blue is Crayola Super Tips. So that's them. And then this is digital art that I did, but I wanted to tape it anyway because I did it at like the same time. That's why I taped it in there. And I really enjoyed it. I did BTS if they were in One Piece. So One Piece is one of those things where I'm like, I can't do an AU where it's like them as the Straw Hats, because I'm like, no, because Luffy's gonna be king of the pirates and literally nobody else. I don't care how much I like you. You're not Luffy. You're not king of the pirates. But I'm like, it's so AU-able where you can just put them in there because it's an endless possibility. So there's them. There's like their wanted poster. So I have them all. And then they each have character sheets. So here's, you can pause it and read it. I also posted it on my Twitter. Did I post it anywhere else? No, because Twitter's where you get to have fun with K-pop, and everywhere else is kind of, I don't want to talk to people. But yeah, here's Captain Namjoon. He has no devil fruit, he has no hockey, he can't use a sword. If he could land a punch, it would hurt pretty bad, but he would have to land it. He's a traveling botanist, and he keeps getting caught in shenanigans and ends up wanted because he has the rest of them. And then here's first mate, Yoongi. He ate the Neko Neko no Mi, but it's the house cat model, so it's kind of useless. He turns into a cat, and then here's his human beast mode, which is like the halfway, and he's just kind of like a furry, like in the classical sense, not in the One Piece sense. He's just like, because he's a house cat. And he has color of observation hockey, because I think it's because he's like Mr. Yamas and he has his like predictions, and I thought it'd be funny. Right. But Jungkook was a struggle because I kind of did them in age order, like in my head. I was voting in my head. And I'm like, I can't keep giving them devil fruits or having them be beastmen. And how do I make him a bunny? So I made him a sea bunny. So he's so the sea slug that has the little wiggly antennas. So he's still a bunny and he's a fish man. And I give him everything. He's naturally adept at armament hockey. He has conquerors hockey and he has observation hockey as well. He uses fishman karate. But he doesn't want to be the pirate king. He just likes hanging out and having fun. And they're like, what the fuck? And they just kind of find him. He's like, hey guys. I'm like talking so much. I'm keeping it in the video, I don't care. And here's Bebin. They're like, these three obviously they're together because they're on the page, right? So like they meet and then they meet them and then they meet the other two are on the other side. I didn't forget them, trust me. Jibin, he's a mermaid. And I know only the lady's tail split, but his split because he's just special to me. So he's a pink orchid betta because you know how he gets pissed off sometimes. So I'm like, betta fish, perfect. And then Tae is my favorite. So he's a tiger mink. And then he ate a devil fruit that turns him into a shitty little teddy bear. So like he just can't fucking swim and he turns into this little piece of shit and it's so funny to me. But his human beast mode, he becomes normal size, so that's cool. It made me laugh so hard. Normal mink sized Tae holding Jimin, and then there's Jimin holding teddy bear sized Tae. It's so funny. It's so I think it's, nobody else cares. I think it's so funny. And then there's their teeth. And then there's them doing Garchu. And they're like, what the fuck? But that's just how the minks are in One Piece. Tay was the hardest clothes to design for me because like everyone else I was like, okay, I got a vibe, but then I'm like, I'm not fashionable enough to design a fashionable outfit, so I just gave him like his peasant chic, and then he has like a fancy scarf as a belt. This is cute, little smile tiger, cute. Oh, this was also because I'm like, with Tay, it's so hard to decide between Team Tiger and Team Bear, and this, you get the best of both worlds. Also, again, I just think it's so funny when someone has like a dog shit devil fruit, and we don't really see that explored much in One Piece. Like the closest we get is Kaku in Water 7, but like he works it out at the end of it. But I'm like, what if you didn't work it out? What if you're an animal and you got one that turns you into a worse animal, and now you just can't swim? And then here I have Hobie and Jin. So Hobie's part of the Revolutionary Army, and you know he's cool because he has fishnets, and that's how it works in One Piece. And then Jin is an ex-Marine captain. But people, like the general people, society, likes him so much that the Marines can't do anything about it because they're like, not our precious section. And he has a gun with hockey bullets in it. So there's no real bullets. He has a rapier that's purely for show. Does he know how to use it? Yes, but he fights with the gun. I gave him the double holster, but it just looks like he's a strap. That's funny. And then they work together. And they're the only ones that actually know how to run a fucking ship. So quality of life improves a lot once they join. And then there's the one in plus here again, now that you have all the context. Yay. So I had a lot of fun with that, obviously, because I talked for 10 fucking minutes. And then this was more Drawtober. I don't like this one. I don't like this one. These three are okay. I like them in this order, and then I like this one the best. And then this was the tag from the D-Day tour necklace, and I just taped it in there. Yeah, and then these are swatches for the RTX acrylic markers. This was my Drawtober day 4, day 2. I don't know what day Drawtober it was, but it was one of them. So that's why the Drawtobers I don't really like too much. Like I like them, this hand I did a really good job though. I did slay on that hand. The Drawtobers, a lot of them were kind of rushed because I did every single one in one sitting, because I forget that for Drawtober people usually like start them ahead of time, but I did not do that. And I started them all at like 10 p.m. So yeah, ha ha ha. And also this was like my second time using the acrylic markers, so like obviously it's not gonna come out great because I don't know what I'm doing. This is more sketching pages. This was sketching for a bunch of merch again. So this is my original cat character. His name is Geraldino, he's a wizard. And then this was a bunch of 17 merch I was planning. I made, well the ones with check marks I made. And I started drawing Junghan as a Lego. And then I didn't do anything with that. And then this was for Secret Santa for the next year, so last year. And my friend really likes Luzo, so I did like a Luzo. I was deciding what to do, and I was like an idol AU, and Zoro's the super fan, and then Luffy's like idol persona is Nika, and I was gonna do like photo cards, but I just did a sticker sheet instead. And then I sewed a little Marmo plush ball that we're gonna flip. This is a gouache painting of Junghan S Coops, because I love Junghan S Coops. And this is when they would do their billiards pool playing. This is from one of the episodes, so I painted that because it's so fun to paint a flash photo. And this is just gouache. Yeah, it's just gouache. I didn't use any colored pencils on top. Yeah, that was my freebie postcard in my store for a while. These are Drawtobers also. So I think this was day, I don't know what day it was, okay? But they're 2 Drawtobers. So S-Coops and then Vernon. I liked the S-Coops. I really had to fight to get there, and I didn't like it after I finished it, but I think it's just because I went through a lot of pain making it. It's been a month, I like it now. And the Vernon, I still don't really like it. The balloons came out okay. The Vernon's whatever. So this is acrylic gouache, and I think I used like a little bit of colored pencil on top, and this is also acrylic gouache. But with this, the neon is the golden fluorescent red, just plain acrylic, and then the rest is acrylic gouache. But then for this whole thing, the underpainting is this color, but the actual painting part I did with just acrylic gouache. And then it also has colored pencils on top. I kind of gave up just because the sketch, it was a sketch that I had in my sketchbook for like maybe like a year and a half. And I didn't really like the sketch, but I didn't want to draw a whole new thing. So I just painted it, and it's just like, it's fine. It's okay. I just don't like how the face looks. The rest is fine. The face it's not giving Vernon, you know? We're getting there. This is the last spread. So for this bit on the top, I went to Art Locker. Again, if you live in New York, come to Art Locker events. Come to Art Locker events if you live in New York. But there was a life drawing at the first Sip and Sketch Art Cafe. So this was like one session, and then this was the second session. So everyone just brought stuff. So we treat the stuff. It's just a still life. And then this was this. I think this one was an hour, and then this one was 45. And again, it's watercolor and colored pencils. I could have just done it, but after like 30 minutes, I was like, I have enough time to get some watercolor in there. So I did. And then this was my second session, which was 45 minutes. It's crazy that this whole thing took an hour and this took 45, but that's just how it is when you're drawing sometimes. And then I had some of the staff draw in my sketchbook. They have all their ads there. This I gave them a Crayola super tip. And then this was my first day of Drawtober. Because again, I mean, you noticed as I was flipping through, I like my pages to be full because I don't like wasting this expensive ass paper. So this is day 1 of Drawtober. and I had this Hoshi Woozy sketch. So like they were here first, and then I did the life drawing, but then I was like, let me go back and paint this because it was just a sketch. And then this is acrylic gouache, and not colored pencil, it's just acrylic gouache. It's a Stupid Idiot. Stupid Idiot is still my 17th song of the year. It's so good. They haven't released a better song than that yet. Here's the last page, guys. This was day 8? I don't know. It was another Drawtober. And I did a little comic of one of my favorite Ace Attorney headcanons. The fact that I sat here and did a comic traditionally and then colored it in, what's wrong with me? I don't know. So over here I taped in, like I wrote out the script of what I was gonna do, and then I did a thumbnail here, and then I did the drawing, so I went right in. So in my head, you know how they all have their lawyer superpowers? So in mine, Clavier can hear the background music, and you can just read the comic. And I love how this Clavier came out, my non-binary monarch. This Clavier came out so perfect. So with this, I didn't know how to put the song, so I wrote the YouTube link because it was the funniest way I could think of to do it, but it leads to Apollo's objection theme. And then if you listen to Love, Love, Guilty, Apollo's objection theme is interpolated into the bridge, which is crazy, and I'm normal about it. I really love this shot of them far away. They look so silly. Technically the last page, but I just kind of glued some stuff on there. So this was the page I did because I made a mini zine of my sketchbooks to sell at conventions, and I just manually, I did some scrapbooking to fill up like the page. So this was the actual scrapbook page that I did, so I taped it in here. And then this is business card, and then this is like a B grade sticker because the ink didn't print right, and then another B grade sticker because it didn't cut right. This is just a sketch that I didn't do anything with. And that's all the drawing. And then in the back here, I have more posts. This is a photo strip of us in the soup. I think we took it at like a round one. And this is from the Patreon I'm subscribed to again, the Patreon. Coffee shop from In the Stoop. This was a freebie from Sticker App. Just an Ace Attorney sticker. I don't know where I got it. I have a lot of Ace Attorney stuff. This is from my friend Joss. Another post. You can read it. And then a Joss washi tape. This is one of my sticker sheets, but I printed out poopy, so I put it back here. One Piece Feast, you can see, and then the washi tape from Feast. This is my friend's dog. From my friend Rye. From Snotty. I forget, but it's Hoshi. My drunk girlfriend from Indonesia. I think this is Sungkwan. A tag from a toe purse. One of my yoongis. Another post. My old business card. I had to buy a new print head for my printer, so I bought it from here, obviously. Really old sticker. This is from Rye. And then back here I had, it's mostly empty. It's fully empty. I had spare scrap paper and then other posts that I wanted to tape in. And then my friend went to the Snoopy Museum in Korea, so they brought this back for me. So I just keep it in there because I don't know what to do with it. And I just taped an envelope back here so I could have one. And that's my whole sketchbook, guys. Even though it took a really long time, I wasn't grueling over it like the last one that took a really long time. I had fun. I took my time in a way that I was having fun taking my time, and not in a way that I was slow because I was having a horrible time. So that's that. I have my next sketchbook. It's the same exact sketchbook. Less stickers on it, obviously. I started it October 9th. Here you can see my stickers that are in there. And I'm going through it a lot faster because I did a majority of Drawtober in it. So there's already, whatever, 31 minus 9 pages. Is the pages here. Let's flip to a random page. Let's get a little preview. This is your preview. Remember how I said I had a yoongi problem? Now I have the same thing, but it's a Sungjin problem. Anyway, that's that. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you watched it, I hope you enjoyed it. Anyone else like doing sketchbook stuff? What sketchbook do you use? I don't freaking know. I don't know. Clearly, I don't know how to do YouTube because I post one video every 2 years, but it's okay. I enjoyed the sketchbook. I hope you liked it. Comment your favorite page, I guess. I don't know. Goodbye.